I think all the songs on the record really speak for themselves. Although there is an overarching theme and just a general idea of what the mood of the record is, but each song in itself has its own story, and that story is the central focal point for that song.
I think the guitar parts to this record came out very well. There's a lot of change that I have personally noticed in my guitar playing from before and after. I've sort of tried to, meld these two concepts of rhythm and lead playing together to make this new style that I think is interesting for me to play, and that I can say is easily due to the reason that my influences. Or largely my influences have shifted over to more instrumental rock artists making progressive music, like Aaron Marshall and Pliny and people like that, who have really changed the way guitar players are approaching the instrument, and that has certainly had an impact on the way I made guitar parts. I still wanted them to be heavy. I still wanted to have the chunk and the chub to it, but I also wanted them to be a bit more intelligent than before. And on top of that, there's obviously a lot of other clean guitar parts and acoustic guitar parts, and that those were done just to sort of have them as an icing on the cake, just to round that off. A lot of guitar effects were chosen, to coincide with the keyboard synths and pads to make sure that they gel together and they work together well in the mix. And I experimented quite a lot with the guitar effects, running through sort of almost every plugin I had, and all the different banks and presets you can get to just find these interesting sounds, and then further using guitar pedals. And something like the Strymon stuff that I have has so many possibilities, and that's just what I tried to explore, while still keeping it sort of sane and not wasting so much time on it. The fact that I recorded all the guitars myself, it really helped that I had all the time in the world to record them at my own pace at whatever time I wanted to record. So that way it was a much easier process in terms of fixing it together. And I think because I primarily write music first with the guitar, it's also sort of the main writing tool for me. So having the most time to spend on that, I think, really helped make the songs what they were, because that's just the way I speak music. It's through my guitar, and I won't really be able to do it that well with any other instrument otherwise. And I think I'm very OCD in the fact that I want my guitars to be really spot on. That was the task at the end of the day, to produce myself to the best level possible, even if that involves playing a small, like a pull off or hammer on or a small riff for the 300-400 times. Okay, no, not 300-400 times, but like maybe like 50-60 times, to make sure that it all fit correctly and worked well along with everything else.